What is going on, people? I am back for actually something I haven't done in a while, and that's reviewing a movie. When the director / writer of this movie got in contact with me on Instagram and said, hey, listen, could I send you my movie, you watch it, and then do a review? I said, of course. So if you couldn't tell by the title, the movie I'm reviewing is Leaf Blower Massacre 2. And I was kind of hesitant because I don't like starting. If I haven't seen the first one, I don't really like watching, because especially if it's a continuation, and I was like, I don't know if it's going to be hard to follow or whatever. But I found out later on that the first one is actually a short, and the first one is actually a special feature on this disc. So I got to watch the first one, understand it a little bit, because the second one has little bits and pieces of the first one in it, because there was a certain scene, and I don't want to get into it. But anyway, this movie was written and directed by Anthony Cooney. It was also written by Michael Wade Johnson. It stars Ari Lehman, who was the first Jason Voorhees. It also stars Kaylee Williams, Anita Nicole Brown, among many others. So pretty much, if you couldn't tell by the title of this movie, it's a psycho-wielding person who... psycho-wielding. Definitely not the words I was looking for. A leaf blower wielding psycho is what I was going for, but it was a psycho-wielding person. So this person wields a psycho. Anyway, this crazy person has a leaf blower for their, weapon of choice. And let's just say there were certain things that I was like, that has to be a very mighty leaf blower to do half the stuff it did. But anyway, the cues were cool. Definitely had different ones that different ones that I'm used to and all this stuff. It had a little bit more of a plot line than I was expecting, because, it's, cut and paste. You have a leaf. But let's just say there's a little love story in there. There's like detectives going after, trying to figure out what's going on. There's missing people. So there's a little bit more to what I expected. Not against just having a guy going around killing people with a leaf blower, because of course that's definitely entertaining, but sometimes I would like more plot lines to certain movies. But this covered that, so it has a little bit of everything. You got like I said, detectives going after, trying to figure out what's going on. There's, like I said, a little love story sprinkled in, but of course you get a whole lot of deaths and stuff going with a leaf blower. They also use the killer also uses a bunch of other weapons, but like I said, the weapon of choice is a leaf blower, and they use it in many, many fashions, shapes, and forms. So pretty much with this movie, it is a lower budget film, so of course, you're not going to get some of the stuff that you have on high budgets. Like I say, a lot of the low budget ones, it's more implied deaths. Like I said, they were pretty cool deaths. There were certain scenes that I was like, oh, that's cool that they added that little bit into. But a lot of time you're going to get the blood splash everywhere. You're not going to see the actual death, but you're going to, it's implied that, okay, this is what happened, and that's where the blood's coming from. So a lot of the deaths in here you don't necessarily see, but you can just imagine, so you can kind of put two and two together what's going on. Like I said, there were certain points in it that I was like, okay, they added this, like, actually I don't want to get into it, but there's one scene that I was like, oh, that's really cool how they did it. But overall, I must say that I was, very impressed, because, again, going into it, I'm like, maybe I have to see the first one. But, it was kind of self-explanatory. When I saw the short, again, it sprinkled in a few of the, the first one, the short film, kind of sprinkled it into this one. The acting I enjoyed. The sound a little bit was a little off at points, and, sometimes it was a little too low. But, like I said, I let a lot of stuff go because of, we've had so many people on our podcast talking about, budget restraints and everything, so you kind of got to let it go. So I must say that if you're into the lower budget splatter films, this kind of has the whole nail gun massacre kind of. When I saw it, I'm like, okay, that's kind of what it kind of reminded me of. But again, this one has a little bit more going for it with like plot with it, and just a whole overall look and feel of the movie. Of course, it's how many years later, but it just overall a little bit better looking, and the deaths and stuff, but it has that Nail Gun Massacre feel to it. The other thing that was very intense about this movie was the music. Right from the beginning, they had this like deathcore, or I don't even know what genre of metal it is. I'm a metal fan. That is a little bit too hard for me. I guess it's deathcore or whatever. But the soundtrack of this movie, like they have bands going. Well, there's a band that one of the scenes of this movie, and it's a heavier band, so the music itself is very intense, and it goes with the kills. As people are getting killed, you just hear this, intense music behind the thing, so it kind of adds to the scene and stuff. So that was another thing it had going for it, especially if you're a metal fan. You'll probably definitely dig this. But yeah, I'd say when it is available, I'll find out when it is, and then link it into the description and everything under the video, so when it is available and when you can purchase it. I believe it's soon. I believe they do have a whole bunch out. I'll have to look at the Instagram account again, or ask him when it actually is available to purchase. It could be available now. I offhand don't know. I should have investigated a little bit more, which is bad on my part. But when I do, just check the show notes, and then you'll find out where and when you can purchase it. But yeah, like I said, if you're into the lower budget splatter films, that this one is a little over the top with the leaf blower as opposed to your normal knives and stuff. But if you're into that, definitely go ahead, check out Leaf Blower Massacre 2. I'll try to find I believe there's a trailer for it, so I'll link the trailer for that in the description as well, so you can check it out, and I'll look to see if it has, an Amazon page or listed on Amazon or not. So just check the show notes, or for show notes. I always say show notes. I'm so used to the Dorkening, but check the description for everything that I talk about, and like I said, for the trailer. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully that kind of sent you to watch. Just listen to the name, Leaf Blower Massacre 2. If the name doesn't catch you from the beginning, what else will? So hopefully that sent you to check that one out. Also check out all my other reviews for all the indie movies that maybe some of you have not heard of before. If you liked what you saw and heard and whatever else, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this. Let people know I'm out here, because of course, not only do I do these reviews for myself and watch the movies for myself, but it's also to help the community. A lot of movies go under the radar and unnoticed and stuff, so this is why I do my reviews, to kind of open people's eyes to all the other movies that might be out there that they have no idea. So check out my reviews, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that little bell button to understand, or know when I upload my reviews and all my other videos. And definitely check the description for all my other social medias. I got a Twitter, I got a Facebook fan page, I got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me, I got a Horror Amino, I got a Stardust app, I got a whole bunch of stuff. So check out the description. Also, I'm part of the Dorkening, where we do a live podcast every Tuesday, every other Thursday, and every Sunday. Tuesday night is our Wicked Horror Show, Thursday is the Ultimate Video Game Show, and Sundays are the Dorkening, where we talk pretty much everything dork. So check out, like I said, everything in the description for the movie, for my stuff, and everything else in between. And I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.